This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
And there was a fight that just broke out, and we're just in the corner talking. Because we're over it at this point, and we're just talking amongst ourselves. And if they drink one more beer, I'm going to be upset. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to get her.
I feel like it's an example that's happened before, though.
That's why you don't see me.
Very real.
That's why you don't see me Sunday at those fields, Avi, because it gives me anxiety. I don't know if I can't fight. I do not fight. Like,
me neither. I just sit but like,
girl,
you got that.
No, it's interesting sometimes though. Like, no, because I'm out there all the time, or at least I used to. So it's like.
I can't.
I got your back from right here from where I'm standing.
It's been like a lot more tame.
You good?
We're good.
Okay. You going here, and then there. So
we're just getting acquainted real quick before we start. Yeah, because I want her to be comfortable. Okay. Okay.
I'll be in here.
No problem.
All right, wait, I gotta practice.
Bro, I'm not practicing this.
Tessa, we gotta lock in, bro. Like, it's gotta, like if you don't.
Are you guys going to cross? Do you need a chair?
I have a chair. I actually just like sitting.
Okay, and then if you want to come join me over here, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah. Yay.
I don't know that we'll have you on shot, but you can.
And be like,
Yeah.
Mom, you want to come join us? And you'll be like, yeah. And then you come sit over here.
Yeah,
Come
that.
up with us.
Or we'll even squeeze you in the middle there, and.
Like, hey.
But yeah, no. Avi's. Girl, same. Oh my goodness.
I don't want my phone going off.
Oh yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Hey everyone, you're listening to The Public Affair with me, Andrew G. I see someone different every episode, but do me a favor, keep it between us.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Andrew G, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Public Affair. I am so excited to have this next guest back onto the show because we interviewed her. She was the youngest guest at its time 2 years ago. She brought a friend this time, and they're both queens reigning supreme in their own rights. And I was just super excited when they both agreed to come on the show. But before we do that, I definitely want to thank everybody at Rogue Media Network, of course, Mike Hamilton, everybody's involved with the production of the episodes of The Public Affair. I truly appreciate you guys. And of course, to all of you guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. As a matter of fact, we are not going to start the episode until you do so. It's right there. All right, just do it. All right, just do it. Shut up. All right, now before we continue with this exciting episode of The Public Affair, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out just a few of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to us by, of course, David Sandobañez with Alinea Real Estate. He's the number one sales agent in his office. He's going to help you buy a home, sell your property. If you guys don't know how to buy a house, you guys don't know where to start, you guys don't know how the process goes, David's going to walk you through everything step by step. He's absolutely the GOAT. He is goated. That's why he remains the number one sales agent in his office. He habla español también. Make sure you guys call the number on the screen for a consultation, for an appointment. David with Sandobañez, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Anika Armstrong with Armstrong's Bayou Cafe. Listen, oh my goodness, you guys. It's the seafood for me. It's the pastas for me. It's giving everything, the Cajun cuisine, the crab cakes, everything. Make sure you guys go check them out. Union Hall, Union Grove. Also, Bayou Po' Boys. The Po' Boys are giving everything too. She put me onto the Po' Boys. You guys have got to go try the Po' Boys. Go try the Po' Boys. After you get out of here, go to Union Hall. Go to Armstrong Bayou Cafe. It's just right there. If you guys are in Woodway area, Union Grove as well. Anika, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Manny Guerrero Blue Star RV Services, a mobile RV tech who can fix all RVs. I'm talking about Travel Choice, Fifth Wheels, Toy Haulers, and so much more. Even the broken down food trucks. We're so tired of going to these events. The girls are tired of going to their soccer events. You guys go out there and something stops working. They are hungry. They are thirsty. It's giving thirst. Call Blue Star RV Services. They can come out there and fix it, please. All right? We're tired of this. All right? Follow on Facebook. Call the number on the screen. Manny Guerrero, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Jonathan Garcia with JG's Lawn Service. Contact for all lawn service, including mowing, weed eating, edging, tree trimming, and so much more. He offers competitive pricing and willing to travel anywhere to get your property looking right. We don't want those citations coming in the mail. We don't want the city calling you. The kids are being lazy. They don't want to cut the grass. Just call JG's Lawn Care. Okay, just call him. Follow on Facebook at JG's Lawn Care Waco. Thank you for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, the Chef's Pizza and Burgers with Jesse and Tanya Sotomayor. Oh my goodness, you guys. Offering a wide variety of delicious lunch and dinner options. The New York style pizza is giving. The burgers are giving. The subs are giving. The delicious Mexican hot dogs that are only $1.99 on Saturdays. Oh, they're giving. I love them so much. Make sure you guys go check them out at 3125 Belle Meade Drive and be on the lookout for brunch. Brunch is on its way. Oh goodness, I love it. Chef's Pizza and Burgers, thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. All right, guys. So my next two guests on the show are soccer prodigies. They are, yes, in the making. They're queens in their own rights. They're probably the most popular girls in school. At least one of them is going to be a senior this year. She was on The Public Affair 2 years ago. 2 years ago, she was on The Public Affair. She was only 14 because after that, I did her quinceañera. Avi Gutierrez is back on The Public Affair, and she brought a very special guest, her friend Tessa Arreola. Is here. I said it right?
Yes.
It's giving?
Yes, it's giving.
Avi, first of all, good to see you. I mean, I see you all the time. I feel like, not all the time. You know, I told you why I stopped going to the soccer. They make me anxious.
Yeah.
They're giving anxious. Okay, I can't do it. I can't deal with that. How do you deal with it?
Oh, I don't know. I think I'm just used to it now.
Are you?
Yeah. I like
Okay.
live out there, so.
I hate it. I'm sorry. I'll go for the food. Okay, I'll go for the food. I'll go if my friends really want me to go see them play. But I just can't. It gets really.
Believe
intense.
me, I'm only out there for the food.
Okay. Well, the food it gives sometimes, right?
No, it's good.
And the tournament. Oh my god, the tournaments be forever. Like they do. The tournaments go on forever and ever. But anyway, good to see you. You look great.
Thank you.
You know, since you've been on the show, I've just been, well, obviously we follow each other on social media. I'm really good friends with your mom and your dad, and you guys have been just doing really well. I just want to use this opportunity to congratulate Soko Soccer Academy on their expansion to Soko Kids as well. Your dad is doing the damn thing. You know, I tell everybody that your dad's the reason why I'm giving body. So, and I can fit into large shirts now. So there you go. So no, it's truly, thank you so much for coming back onto the show, and I'm really excited to get into your career as well.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. And now who is Tessa that you brought on the show with you this time around?
So Tessa, I like to call her my Dallas bestie. We've known each other since 5th grade. We've played for the same team ever since. Like I'll stay up there for like weeks at a time. So like it's basically like my second family up there. So yeah.
Yeesh. Okay, well Tessa, welcome to the Public Affair.
Thank you.
Now Tessa, you said you were giving stalker. Okay, right before you came on the show, okay. Which is a little bit weird, but I guess, you know, I am a socialite, darling. So, yeah, thank you for coming. Okay, so you're from Dallas.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about who you are, just kind of growing up and such, please?
Well, I'm actually from the south side of Dallas, so I'm from Oak Cliff.
Okay.
I started playing soccer when I was around 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped for a little bit because I would just pick flowers and stuff
Yeah,
and take
okay.
them to the sideline.
Like most people started off, right? Yes.
But I ended up choosing soccer over gymnastics
Okay.
and ballet. I was doing all three of them at the same time.
Okay, got you.
And then my mom met my dad.
Mm-hmm.
We moved up here to Frisco, and that's when I started with my FC Dallas.
Yeah.
And I was playing for FC Dallas, I think my first year when I got scouted for Mexico.
Yeah. And isn't that impressive? Congratulations to you, by the way.
Thank you.
Now, it's the Mexico national team,
Yes.
correct? Okay, but we can't Google it. We were talking about it off camera that we can't Google it. Sounds like a secret organization.
It's just different because we're not old enough to be professionals yet because we're not allowed to get paid.
Okay.
So it's just basically like another team, except
Yeah.
when we reach our age and we are able to sign contracts, we'll actually be national.
Oh,
Mexico
okay.
team. So we'll actually be on the actual websites that you'll look up.
Sure. And I need you to school me, right? So when you say that you're in the Mexico, so I mean, are you having to travel as well? Like
Yes,
over
I
there to
travel
play? Or?
to Mexico every 2 weeks out of each month.
Oh my goodness, girl, are you driving?
No.
Oh, okay. Are they paying for you to like?
Yeah, they pay for.
Oh,
my
okay.
flight
I guess
out
it's
there.
not that bad then. That's got to be tiring. Now, Avi, you're going into senior year
Yes.
at University High School, correct? Now, is it obviously not University High School, but are we giving senior as well, or?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. So you ladies are going into your senior year of high school, but you guys are booked and busy, right? Now, wait, backtrack. You guys met on the FC Dallas team, correct? No.
We played for Dallas Texans before.
Mhm.
So like I think the summer before 6th grade year,
I think so.
Uh-huh.
that was my first year going up to Dallas, and that's when like we met,
Yeah.
and then we played on the same team like ever since.
Oh, okay.
Like we even moved teams together. Like
Oh, is that you can do that? Is it that easy, or
no.
or are you guys that good and you're just like, look, we're a package deal, and
No.
I don't know how we made it work, but we
yeah,
did.
it just did. Okay.
It just happened. They got it
Our
first.
parents.
Okay. Oh yeah, I was gonna say. So I mean, your mom was saying that there's a lot of, you were having to travel a lot back and forth, right? And so it's even getting to where you guys are kind of like staying so many days out of the week with each other, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
she stayed almost a whole month at my house
Oh,
before.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I have my own room there and everything.
Is that
She
right?
does.
Yeah.
She does.
I think
Wow.
I'm in my room there more than I'm like hanging out with her.
Where were those friends when we were growing up, right? Shout out to Ariana. She's in the background spectating. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But, I wanted to ask you guys because, I mean, like, both going into senior years, and that's a big year for an adolescent, right? That you guys are in your last year of high school, and, you guys are doing your thing with soccer. Is it daunting or is it hard for you guys to going into your senior year as high schoolers? Or
For me, I
especially
would
with
say
everything.
it's definitely hard.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just have to make as much of my memories as I can because
Mm-hmm.
I'm only here for half a semester my senior year, and then I'm off to college. So I
Oh,
graduated
okay.
in December.
Oh, well, hello. There you go. But what about for you, Abby?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm definitely busier,
Mhm.
but I think it's just I've been doing it so long that it's just kind of normal at this point.
Yeah, I got you. Are you guys excited is it something to look forward to though, going into your senior year of high school? Or?
Oh, yes.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So excited.
I'm so happy.
Because I mean, even like obviously, because you even stay booked and busy. Like you're part of the organizations. You guys are raising money and stuff like that for the class and everything.
Oh,
And
yes.
how do you find time to do all this, but you're still having to travel to play and everything?
Multitasking queen at its finest.
Is that right?
No, yes. We were like just in Virginia, and I was like texting the group chat trying to get this past fundraiser put together. So it's just finding time. I'm trying to stay organized as best as I can, just keep my schedule.
It's not too much for you sometimes.
It can be.
Yeah.
But I think I just gotten really good at juggling things. Just finding the balance, so it's been easier.
Tessa, do you find yourself in the same boat too, or?
Well, I don't do as much as she does.
Yeah.
So I'm just there for the classes, for the soccer, and then that's it.
How does it work though? If you're having to travel to, like, you're traveling to Mexico, right?
Yes.
To I guess practice and play.
Well, my principal helps me out a lot.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, and so do my teachers. A lot of my teachers understand.
Yeah.
So when I do come back, they do drop some assignments so I don't have to do, so it doesn't mess up.
And we're living in the era of email too, right? So you can't get away with not doing nothing. Yeah.
I know. I tell them like, okay, when I go out there, my Canvas doesn't work, so I can't do any of my assignments.
Gosh. That's so
I end
wild.
up coming back, and I'm like 3 model codes behind everyone. I'm just like, I give up. I'm done.
Now you just and correct me if I'm wrong here, but are committing to Chicago State University?
Yes.
Okay. So what made Chicago State University for you the school?
I think.
Which congrats, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
But I think I really like the coach and just his energy altogether. It just like felt like kind of like our kind of people.
Sure.
It's like people we usually like are around. I think that's what really excited me. And then the city itself, like I visited and it was amazing. Like it was beautiful. And I just like I liked how close the campus was together, and just the way he described it was kind of like how my school is already, like very much community, very much everyone is friends with everybody knows everybody, and I just really like that environment.
Does it make you nervous traveling so far away from home? I mean, you've been here your whole life you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think I'm more excited for it because, like, again, I do stay like months on end with Tessa. Like, I'm away from my family a lot, so it's just kind of normal.
Yeah, but then you guys are eventually going to be separated.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, have you guys coped with that as besties? Yeah, because I can't. Yeah, you know,
the separation anxiety.
I have separate. I do. I suffer from that as well. I can't be away from my best friends for more than just a few days. So do you guys like? Have you talked about? Do you get nervous that it might affect your friendship at all? Or
I don't know. I call her all the time.
Yeah, bro.
If she doesn't answer me, I get mad.
Oh, is that right? Are you one of those?
Yes. The spam.
Okay,
the spam is crazy.
But she spams my phone after we were gone for 3 days.
What is spamming? Hold on, like you're
okay. So like, so I'll call her, and she won't. I'll call her and she'll answer, and so like I'll be like Tessa, and I'll send it, and I'll be like Tessa, and I'll send it.
Oh, like texting her.
Yes, like I'll be like, what are you doing? But she does the same thing back, so it's okay.
Oh, okay.
I take naps. Like,
Tessa, you don't have time, girl. No time for no naps.
No, because I know like one call is not gonna wake her up. This girl sleeps like a dead. Like she will not wake up.
I got you. You know, I have a. That's cute. Actually, that's actually annoying. I think.
But she does the same thing back. So it's not exciting.
So it's Abby.
She's the same energy. Yeah. So, and we have each other's location.
You don't get her notifications?
No, like my location.
I can't
like,
stalk
I don't
her
know if I
location.
actually lost my location for her.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't know it was false. I fixed it.
I went to go look because she didn't tell me her address. So I was like, okay, I'll just look at her location.
Do you have to know?
It's not there.
I was wondering. I was like, why doesn't she just look at my location and just like go there? And I was, but
maybe because you weren't sharing.
Wait, so you guys have to know where each other's at all the time?
Yeah.
I don't even do that with my best friend.
Okay,
we don't share each other's locations.
No, okay, it started because we even made like a whole Life 360 for our team because of her. Because one time,
because everyone's always late at practice.
Oh, so you can hold each other accountable.
Yes, and because it was one game and we were like, where is Tessa? Okay. And we didn't know where she was and she wouldn't answer her phone.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, we're about to make a Life 360 right now. Like after the game, we were like, this is not happening again.
Yeah.
Because our coach sleep and my dad got pulled over.
Because our coaches were asking us too.
Yes.
So after that, we just like shared it.
I got you. Wow. Okay. That's a lot to take in. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you know what? I want to ask you guys though, because I mean, you're obviously doing your own thing with the soccer and everything like that. But like we mentioned earlier, you guys are gonna be seniors in high school, right? And so you guys, I would say, are in pretty notable positions in your. I mean, girl, when I was 17. who was being scouted was not me. Okay, so you know what I mean? Or traveling for that matter, I was barely making it to class and passing. And so, do you guys look at yourself somewhat as, and this might be like a really broad question, so just bear with me, right? Do you guys look at yourself almost like in a leadership role for your peers at school, like almost that you set the bar? You know what I mean? Because even I've known you for a lot of your life since I started the show, since you were 14, 13, something like that. You know what I mean? And so you've accomplished so much at just almost 17 years old. Do you guys even think about things like that, like setting an example for your peers at school, or is it just kind of like I'm just doing my own thing?
I think sometimes like people put us in those situations,
Okay.
like teachers and stuff. They hold us to a high bar because they know. But I think just going off like us in general, just like it doesn't really come to our brains that like that's the position we're put in, or it just comes naturally that we put ourselves in that position.
Okay, got you.
That is true. I don't think about it. I'm like, oh, these are like just people. But I get the occasional like I inspire to be. I'm like, why? I'm just a person.
I'm like, well, I just go here.
But I want you ladies to know, like, I think that you don't know it now. I think you'll realize it differently maybe in 10 years.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Like I was talking to my parents one day, and they're like, "You notice all you've done right?" I was like, "I'm just a person. Like I'm just living my
Well, that's
life."
good. Stay humble, obviously. But, you know, like, again, especially, like, Avi, for some, I can't say too much about Dallas because I'm not familiar with the school system there. But, you know, Avi, like, you go to university. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, there's a lot of different people from different circumstances in that school. You know what I mean? And so do you think that there's a lot of pressure on your shoulders? You mentioned that the teachers even, you know, hold you to a higher bar. You know what I mean? Does that put more pressure on your shoulders than you're willing to take, or you just kind of roll with it?
No, I think I just kind of roll with it. I think I just gotten to the point where I don't really like notice it. Like it's not like a front thought. But I just take it, like deal with it.
Yeah, and then knowing your dad too, he's not playing those games either.
Yeah.
So, you know, okay. So what are y'all's plans rolling into senior year of high school?
Make as much memories as I can.
Yeah.
And you only got a few months.
Yeah.
Like 5-6 months.
No, you're doing the whole school year.
I'm doing the whole school year.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
I think just make our senior year for my class like the best I can, like and just make the most influence. Also, like do my best in school, like that final push, you know, before I leave.
Sure.
So I think that's some of the main things.
Gotcha. Okay. Now you committed to Texas A&M University, correct?
Yes.
Okay, got you. So you'll be starting, or you've been starting there, or you're going to start there in December.
I'll start there. I move in January, so I'll start my college year in January.
So why that school for you? Why not just follow Avi to Chicago?
Well,
if they're flying you to Mexico, what difference does it make, right? Like,
honestly, when I was younger, I really didn't think about college.
Sure.
So I was just like, oh, like their colleges, oh well. But as I got older, my mom's like started asking me. I was like, I don't really know. Like I'm just to be there.
Right.
And I actually got invited to ID camp for A&M.
Oh, okay.
So I ended up going, and it was like a tour and everything. So I was like, wow, I really love this place. And I met some of the players, and they were just goofy and hilarious. And I was like, this reminds me of home. Like, this is my home.
So you were down with it?
Yes.
So
I ended up taking my official visit to A&M. I was there about 3 days. Loved it. I loved it so much. And I think they knew me because they took me to all the food places.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, you got to know where all the food is at. Now, does that change your commitments to the Mexico team going to college? Or
No.
Okay, so everything still kind of works out.
Yes, everything still works
I mean, the
same.
professors, are they like on game? Or are they like, okay, listen, she's in the Mexican national team? Like,
well, no, actually, with A&M,
like, hello,
they
give her the
have
A.
specific professors that deal with soccer, like athletes, so they understand how much they miss. So they'll put me in classes that those professors teach.
Yeah.
So it'll be easier for me to miss school, and then the teacher be like, I understand. Instead of being a teacher that doesn't understand any athletes and be like, what's your fault? You're missing something.
Yeah, like, hello, the essay. Like,
yeah.
Got you.
I was like, sorry.
Yeah. And while we talk about, you know, a lot, I mean, you ladies are booked and busy, hello, right? But then, you know, especially going into your last year of high school, even starting college, can you, oh my God, I had a brain fart. Edit that. Right here. Back. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. You know, we talked about you ladies being booked and busy. Hello, right? But, you know, you guys are going into, we mentioned going into your last year of college and everything like that. Can you recall some of the challenges that you faced? I mean, being booked and busy, maintaining high school for that matter. You know what I mean? I mean, you have to keep your grades up and stuff like that. Avi, is there any specific moments that you can be like, okay, look, I'm done. Like, this is too much.
Oh, I think it's usually like coming back from showcases and you miss like, because showcase you can miss like almost a week of school, and you come back and teachers are just like hammering you.
Yeah.
Like they're loading it and you're like, oh my gosh.
Do you
like,
think that they're
what's
as
going on?
understanding?
At university, I don't.
Okay.
I don't think so. Just because not everyone, like, you know, it's kind of rare that people are doing what I'm doing. So I think
Sure.
they're not used to it. But some of them are.
I'm sorry, that
like
was
some
cute.
of them will adjust.
Yeah.
Like some of them will adjust, and I say like they've gotten better. Just like you know how the start of the year they're just like, hey, like you need to get this done.
Yeah, for sure.
But as they get to know me, they're like, okay, like
Right.
well, they start to be like more easy, like going.
Like lenient.
Yeah,
I
more
mean,
lenient.
there's still a responsibility to commit to, right?
Yeah.
But then I guess, you know, with all the challenges that you have to face, you know, juggling your soccer career and then still having to go to high school for that matter, and, you know, get it prepping for college. You know, I guess the same can be asked for you, Tessa. Was it ever just too much where you guys maybe thought, listen, I'm done with sports, or was that always just your passions?
Honestly, I think when I first started traveling for Mexico, like my 8th grade year, that was the hardest.
That's gotta be tough, girl.
It was so hard. I'm like, I can't do this. Like,
Yes.
I'm done. And then I started getting the hang of it, but my junior year, and I was like, that's like my hardest year, and I was like, I'm done. There was a point where I was just like, I just sat there. I was like, I'm not gonna finish all this work, and I just stared at it for like 2 hours straight, and I'm like, I don't understand.
Okay, because I didn't even want to do regular homework. Like, I mean, yeah.
But I ended up going to tutorials, which is like tutoring.
Oh yeah.
So just so my teachers could help me, and it started becoming easier.
Sure.
But I was gone for almost 2 months, and I came back, and I was like, yeah, no.
That's it.
I'm not doing anything.
Do you guys find yourself supporting each other a lot more than you think?
Oh yeah,
I think so.
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie. I cried her like a day. I called her a day ago, and I was in tears crying.
Are you really?
Okay.
That happens.
I'll
Girls.
be like, Tessa, come get me, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, like I gotta come.
Well, you have to have that one friend that you share a cry with, don't you?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and it's so good for, especially for you, Avi, because I mean, you don't have any sister. No, you don't have any sisters. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so she's almost like she feels that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm my only child.
Oh shit.
yeah. So when I stay there, it's like Tessa in one room, I'm in the other room.
Yeah.
And so sometimes like I'll go in there and be like, Tessa, do you want to watch a movie?
Yeah. And so you guys don't ever get sick of each other.
No.
There is a day that she stayed at my house. Didn't talk to each other the whole day.
No, we did it.
we did it.
We just
we
sat
saw each
in
other in the
room.
kitchen. We're like, hey.
But I think it's because we've known each other so long to like we know to recognize each other's moods, and we know whenever one of us are need tired of each other, we just go to our rooms, and then we'll reconvene later. We'll just be like, hey, do you want to watch a movie? Do you want to go somewhere?
Yeah.
And then that'll be it.
You know what? Shout out to your family too that got a whole rom for Avi. You know what I mean? And honestly, the sacrifice, like, because Ariana was telling me, you know, the sacrifices that you guys have to make. I mean, I'm sure it's not easy for them to ship you off even here. For
her mom's a real MVP. Because
Yeah.
when Tessa was in Mexico, I had gotten a hotel room and she was so upset. She was like, "You could have stayed in Avi's room. Avi could have stayed in Tessa's room.
Yeah.
Avi could have taken Tessa's car to practice.
Yeah.
Gosh.
MVP all the way around."
Yeah, totally. Absolutely. I think that's phenomenal. And you know, obviously the same to the Gutierrez's as well. We're going to give them their flowers. Yeah. Well, listen, ladies, I want to take a quick break. Okay. And when we get back, I want to learn obviously more about the soccer careers. I want to learn about how you guys face rejection and, of course, some of the soccer politics that go on behind the scenes. So when we get back, we're going to have more with Tessa and look at Ariana shaking her head. Yes. Girl, I didn't want to get into it with the girls because, you know, I got into it with the guys. And I was like, oh, shit. When we get back, we're going to have more with Tessa and Avi here on the Public Affair. Make sure you guys stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to this exciting episode of The Public Affair. My very special guests, as Tessa and Avi are here on this show. Thank you guys for coming. And as you can see, they waste no time getting into it. But before we continue getting into it, I have to give a shout out. Just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to us by Banda's Hauling Service with Julian on Banda. They rent dump trailers, you fill it up, they haul it away. They also do junk removals, they do tree brush removals, they haul cars in and out of town. They offer dumpster services as well. So for like the soccer games, if there's no dumpsters out there and they need a dumpster, your dad should be calling them so that way they can throw away those soda cans and such. Make sure you book the number on the screen by the selling service. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Jeffrey Monroe Pollo Box and Audio Home for all your LED needs, auto accessories, installation of stereos, door speakers, and audio systems. He also specializes in building custom subwoofer enclosures. He just gave me some bass in my car. So if you guys hear Cheetah Girls in South Waco, that is me bumping that. If you hear Prima J bumping in South Waco, that is me as well. All right. Your one-stop shop to get everything done in one roof to Pollo Box and Audio. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Osier Penguin Benitez with Funtown RV, the best in RV sales. Listen, Penguin works overtime to make sure you and your family are situated and settled with the RV that is glamorous for you and your family. Talking about toy haulers, travel trailers, fifth wheels, and more. Se habla español también. Follow Penguin's cool RV deals and tips on Facebook. Book an appointment now. Go look at an RV. Go camping in style, right? It'll tense. Nah. Right. Jose Benitez, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Myra Rosadas for Strike a Pose Photography, a digital photo booth business perfect for parties, private events, corporate events, and so much more. It's fun, it's convenient, it's easy. She also offers digital customized invitations and movement boards and so much more. If you guys need sports photography as well, my girl does that as well. Graduation is coming up. She does private photos as well. Call now, book now, the number screen se habla español to Strike a Pose Photography. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, the Brothers Roofing and Remodeling with Jesus Sanchez from Mart, Texas, a small construction business from Mart specializing in general roofing needs and so much more. It's giving storms, it's giving tornadoes, it's giving hurricanes, it's giving hail. We can't be having all that. Make sure you call my boy Jesus Sanchez. Make sure the house is in tip-top shape and also hit him up for all remodeling as well. Se habla español también. And ask him about his financing options as well because, you know, it's giving expensive. And you guys need to make sure that you're saving money when you're doing stuff like that. So Brothers Roofing and Remodeling, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. All right, guys, we are back with my very special guests. Avi and Tessa are here. Thank you guys so much. And you guys can see we have framed in Miss Ariana Gutierrez herself with Soco Soccer Academy and also the mother of Avi Gutierrez. So thank you for coming, finally.
Finally.
No, we only remember when we first did the Soco episode. I think it was episode 15 or something like that. And I said we should have Ariana on the show because she was super mouthy. You're very opinionated.
Very.
Yes, and then the girls insisted that you be framed in. So thank you so much for joining us.
We love it.
Anything for them.
Yes, we definitely want to get your perspective as a soccer mom, of course. We definitely want we talked about soccer politics. First thing you did was put your head down and shake it. You gave us the shaking head emoji.
Well,
No, we're listening.
no, I mean, I gave you the shaking head, but I think Avi's coach, previous coach, because he won't be with them this year. Mm-hmm. He's going to move to younger ages. He put it best because I was like, I know I gave you a hard time this year, but thanks for another great year. And he's like, no, it's never a hard time. You're just a mama bear, and that's your girl. And I was like,
sure,
phrased it perfectly.
So you're one of those moms that Avi just wants you to be quiet in the sidelines. Is that correct?
I'm not loud on the sideline.
Oh, you're not?
It's more of when I'm irritated or I feel like...
When you're irritated at her or just the situation?
The situation, I'll be like, Matt, like, what's happening?
So what's it like when Ariana's in the sidelines going off on people?
Oh, it's a show.
No, it's okay. We're on The Public Affair. She's not there. You can talk
I
to
don't
me.
go off on anyone, though.
Actually, she doesn't. It's it's actually pretty tame.
And if I do, it's because it's not even at girls or refs. It's because another parent has gotten out of line.
Okay, so, yeah.
Like, y'all played against one of the Oklahoma teams. Y'all played against one of the Oklahoma teams, and Avi wasn't in the goal. It was the other goalie. Yeah. Not this year. It was a prior year. So the other goalie was in the goal, and she's just larger than Avi. Like, she's taller, she's thicker. Okay. And moms were saying ugly things to her, and Avi waited till after the game to tell me, and I was like, next time you find a way to tell one of us during the game.
Okay, but to be fair, I didn't know until after the game. Like, I just go here.
Yeah, okay.
I just thought it was so inappropriate for grown women to talk to any child on the field. Like, if you have a problem with the ref, the coach, and the parent, say it to the parent. But, like, I'm not going to go out there and talk to someone else's child crazy because you don't know what anyone's going to do behind their kid.
Well, then especially here because, you and Dominic obviously own probably one of the most reputable soccer establishments in the city. You know what I mean? And so when we think of Soco Soccer Academy, we think of course, Avi, Ariana, Dominic. Do you think that you have to hold yourself to a different standard, when it comes to going off on parents and stuff like that? Or are you just mama bear, period?
There's that separation between mama bear and business owner, of course. They don't know me in Dallas. So they don't know what I have, what I own, what I don't.
Tessa's going to be like, I was on The Public Affairs. She's like, what the fuck is that?
It's just more of like,
you don't speak to other people's like how you deal with your child is one
yeah.
thing, but you don't talk to someone else's child that way. I don't care what situation
You're a
in.
mom
They're still a
first.
child. You're
Yeah.
an adult.
Yeah.
If you want them to stay in a kid's place, you need to stay in an adult's place and keep that between the adults.
Most definitely. And then you're a mother first at the end of the
Yeah.
day, you know, before anything. And so, I mean, obviously the betterment of your kid is what's important. Yeah. You know what? And so before we go on with Ariana's antics, right? One of the things I do want to talk about, though, because, you know, you mentioned being, you know, the soccer mom, you know, I'm sure there's times, girls, where you had to face rejection in your come-ups, right? How are you guys just that good and you didn't have to?
No, we're just that good. We're just that good.
Just eat up every time.
Yeah.
No cap, or are you being for real? Like,
No, I think
yeah.
it's just easier because I think we've always been there for each other. So it's kind of
Okay.
like if one of us was going through it,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
other one was always there. So we weren't really dealing with like the rejection by ourselves.
Sure.
So I think it just made it easier.
Okay, got you. But so there were times, and then so I guess
Yeah.
in terms of moving forward, though, you guys were able to lean on each other as almost sisters, for that matter, and be like, "Look, girl, you got this." And do you think that was important? Did you realize that at that time, or was there ever a point in your career where maybe you weren't offered something that you wanted to be offered, and you were like, "Oh my God, it's over for me"?
I think, there are definitely times
There is time.
that, but that comes with everything. So I think there
Yeah.
are definitely times that I was like, oh, like, this sucks. But
Yeah, for sure.
but I think it's just easier because I always had like an outlet to talk to. So things I didn't feel like telling my mom, I tell Tessa.
Oh, okay, got you.
And it would just be easier.
Like Ariana, she's like, "Well, what you didn't tell me?" Like,
Oh no, I'm fine with that.
okay. Well, and so it kind of leads me to you, Ariana, because, you know, obviously, Avi, we're not going to sit here and act like everything just came easy for you and was sat on your lap just because you're the daughter of Soka Soccer Academy. Like that's you know, no.
Yeah.
Right. Obviously, you had to work hard for things like that, but you know, you're pretty notable, I would say, especially in the sport of soccer. And so, Ariana, what's your role in keeping Avi, I guess, level-headed and humble, because she's got a really good head on her shoulders, right?
Oh, she loves it. She
she's
loves to humble me.
well, no, I think every time I see Avi interacting with anybody, whether it be me or anybody for that matter, you seem very well mannered. You know what I mean? Now, I'm. What's your role in that, and how do you keep your teenage daughter on a set path?
Well, I think we always there's always hey, you're good.
Yeah.
You're amazing for us. You're our daughter. We're biased.
Right.
But, you know, there's always going to be girls that have, you know, the same skills, same
Sure.
skill set. And she plays with girls of such high levels that it's easy to be humbled any day. This year was an eye-opener after her injury. She didn't get as much playing time as she thought.
Okay.
And it was just, we reminded her, hey, this could be college. Because when you're off to college, they keep several goalies on a roster. It's not just a given you're going to play.
Oh, I see.
And
Okay.
it was just, you know, use this as a learning
Sure.
experience
Sure.
to take with you.
Has sometimes been harder than others?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you find yourself stubborn sometime, Avi?
I don't think so.
No.
I think I'm.
Not like your brothers, right? Like,
No.
It's also harder when she's upset, but then her dad is in the back boosting her because they have the same feelings, and I have to tell both of them it'll be okay.
yeah. Well, give an example of your dad boosting. That's funny to think about.
Her recently, you coming back from injury, and she didn't get the playing time that we all thought she would. We were all pretty upset.
Okay.
And I just had to explain, hey, you know, it was hard to come back with the injury and really compete.
Sure.
She was able to prior to the injury. They were both upset, and I just said, you know, we have done this trip before where Avi got all of the playing time and the other goalie didn't, and now roles are reversed. We can't be mad. We weren't mad when it was you on the other end of this.
Do you realize that at the time? Or were you just mad, girl, I really wanted to show out?
I think I was, but also I just kind of had to think about it. You just sit there and it was hard.
Okay.
It was definitely hard, but I think I did kind of just settle with it.
Sure.
Kind of figure it out. But I just think because she said to me that one day, because my dad, oh my gosh, that man. He was. I think he was. I think he was kind of
was
more
ready to burn
upset
the
than
world
I
down.
was.
Oh wow.
And so she sat there just hey, it's this is what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
Now we deal with it, and we just trying to make it better next year. Like
I got you.
You just take it.
Yeah.
And you come back harder next year.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
And it's like my mom's never been the type to be like, oh, like I hope she gets injured. Like I hope like
Yeah.
Like no, it's more of like her success does nothing. Like it doesn't hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, like iron sharpens iron. Like you work for it.
Good. Yes. Very
It's
good.
a lot.
Yeah. So, Avi, we know that your dad's like a beast, right? Like he's like some Spartan. We worked out with him at 112-degree heat index, which is, I don't know why we were doing that, but and not having heat strokes, right? So I think it's fair to say and we talked about it in the last episode, he plays a pretty vital role in, keeping you in shape and keeping your head in the game and stuff like that for the most part. Tessa, what about for you? Who would you say keeps you grounded and is it Dom too, or?
No, it's my dad.
Oh,
My
your dad's the
dad
same
works
way.
with all my soccer stuff.
Oh, okay.
So my dad took me to all my trainings, all my workouts. Sometimes I was like, Dad, why am I doing this?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Take me home. I'm
For sure.
tired. But he was like, no, like this is gonna help you in your future. You're just in the moment. You're not thinking about the rest of your life. And I'm like,
have you girls? What was the point for you girls to realize? Oh, okay, this is actually this is beneficial for me. I need to do. You know what I mean? Like, not that my parents are just being hard on me. You know what I mean?
when I committed.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, when I committed.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm tired, man. Like,
Yeah.
give me a break. I'm
No,
tired.
definitely.
But I have to say, when I committed, because I started listening to all the girls down there and their stories, I'm like, maybe this isn't. Maybe my dad's not wrong.
Yeah, for sure. Do you think it gives you a different perspective playing in a team like a Mexico team?
Yes.
Okay.
Because, when I first started playing, I was like, I'm getting double the practice and everyone else, and I'm like, I just need a break.
Sure. Yeah.
And now thinking about it, I'm glad I do all the training.
Yeah.
With Mexico, with FC Dallas, and my outside trainings, because I look at girls younger than me, and they don't do as much as I do, and I'm seeing how much it's hurting them. So
Okay.
I thank my dad that he does everything that
push
he
you,
did
yeah.
for me.
Yeah, you guys have really good support systems when it comes to your parents. I'll say that. So I mean, and your dad's pushed me too. It's not fun. It's not fun, but it's beneficial. Okay, let's talk about the game. Right? Let's talk about soccer. Right? Soccer scares me. Soccer gives me anxiety. That's why you don't be seeing me at the field a lot. Just very sporadically. Is it the same for the girls? You guys are older now. I know when you were 14, you came on the Public Affair. We were talking about sometimes. Is it as intense as those adult games too? Or?
I think it definitely has gotten more intense as we've gotten older. Because like think about when you're younger, like soccer is like your life. You're like
Sure.
It's like just like not like a pastime.
Yeah.
But kind of is like hey, like it's my life. Like I'm living, breathing, eating soccer. It's just more about the fun part of it. And not to say that it's not fun anymore.
Yeah.
Because it definitely is. But I think now it's gotten a lot serious. Like now we're thinking about college, thinking about potentially going pro, thinking about national teams. Before that's kind of wasn't really in our brain.
Sure.
So I think that's like the more intense side of it, because now we're playing to impress college coaches.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And now it's
Become
more
more
like,
high stakes.
yeah.
Okay, got you. But so with it becoming high stakes, I'm sure people get a little bit more aggressive then. It's fair to say.
Oh,
Extreme.
No, you know what I mean? Tessa, girl.
Oh my gosh.
That's why, because it does never fail. Every time I go see our very good friend is Leslie Delgado. And I told her, I cannot sit next to you at a soccer game because she's one of those. I was like, you're going to get us in a fight. I'm scared.
No, I'm talking about on the field.
Yeah.
Our last game, who did we play? Solar.
Oh, so like that one gets
That was
bad.
bad.
It gets intense.
I ran into
Stories.
two chairs that game.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
You ran into two chairs?
Well, they're the number
Yes.
1 and number 2 teams in the ECNL Texas Conference.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what, were
Yeah.
people pushing you or?
The first time I just couldn't slow down and catch a ball.
Yeah.
And I lost my feet.
Okay.
And I ran into the chair. The second time, the girl tripped me from behind.
Yeah.
And I knew the woman I ran into because she was one of my friends that I go
Yeah.
to school with. It's her mom. So my head hit her knee and then it hit the chair.
Oh my God. Ew.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. But ladies, how do you guys not scrap on the field? Because I mean, it is getting aggressive, and
My mom. My mom scares me more.
Oh, that's your
Yes.
Like you're not allowed to have a vote. What about for you?
Well,
Obviously,
They remember college because they've got coaches there.
okay, sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying too. Because like you both are 17, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So for 17-year-old girls, for 17-year-old people for that matter. You know what I mean? I wonder how you guys realize how important it is that a coach is sitting there to possibly scout you for a team and not get caught up in the pushing and the shoving and, I'm going to whoop your butt type thing, censoring.
Honestly, I've never had thought about
fighting.
just fighting.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, I have no entertain for it. I'm like, why are you fighting? That's so dumb.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
get over yourself and just play the game. I'm done.
Yeah, I just think like
But
growing up and just playing at this level for so long, so it's kind of just like
honestly,
like
I never
redundant.
really
Yeah.
thought about like, oh my god, they're here to like watch my
Like,
game.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm just here. I'm just here. It's another game. Let's just.
It's
play.
like it's natural for you.
yeah.
I will say, in the years they've played ECNL,
Mm-hmm.
even before we played with Kevin,
There wasn't a lot of
there
fights.
weren't
There weren't
any
many
on-field
fights.
fights.
Oh, that's
there
good.
isn't.
Yeah, no.
So
I think they all kind of know what they're playing for.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
arguing. Like
They'll
there's
argue.
people talking
Okay.
back
Definitely,
themselves.
Which is
like,
fine,
a lot
yeah.
of,
But they're
like,
still
talking.
play. They'll
That's
get
not
aggressive.
fine. Girl, I'll be getting,
Like it'll be aggressive, but never like
It's never
There
sweaty.
was one incident where one of their teammates meant to grab someone's shirt.
oh my
accidentally
god,
grabbed
grab
the
your
girl's
hair.
ponytail,
Oh
put her
my
down.
God.
And that was
But the ref
literally
red carded her.
so
The girl
funny.
didn't try. Like
Yeah.
it was an accident. It still was a red card.
Sure.
But it was an accident. And again, college coaches are present. Like you can't.
Yeah.
You don't
Girl,
just-
But no
fight.
matter how much we argue and fight on the field, we always after the game apologize, make sure
Yeah.
players are okay.
We said that on when you were there because the adults don't know how to act. They don't, and they punch each other and they're headlocks and this and that. And then after that, they're all best friends, right? on the back of the pickup, and I'm just like, you just punch him in the face. Like I would not be friends with you for at least a day, right? Ariana, does it give you a different perspective? I mean, obviously your kids are all heavily involved in sports for the most part, and so you guys have been there, obviously, with Avi since the very beginning. And, at one point she was grassroots, you know what I mean? At one point, maybe you were that mom that was super aggressive just because, you know what I mean? And I've been exposed to that. A lot of parents are very passionate. No, I have, because I sponsor the shout out to Coach Marmolo, I sponsor his soccer team. So sometimes when I do go to the games, some of the parents are really rowdy, right? Even at the kids' games, but I guess it's just the nature of the sport. Do you find yourself in a different, I guess in a different. Do you see things in a different lens now? Like I guess in this, how long have you been playing? Over 10 years that she's been playing. As far as how you as a parent act on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the only time I've actually gotten in trouble with the ref at a game recently was during Soren's game. And that was more, I was mad at the ref for not protecting the goalie because Soren literally was kicked in his head.
Yeah.
And nothing was called. So I think that,
Okay.
but it came, other than that, I tried just to be quiet because like I had to come to realize like no one's scouting 12-year-olds. Your 12-year-old's not being scouted.
Yeah, for
Do you know what I
sure.
mean? Like, even with the girls, before any college scout came out, like Tessa said, it was a Mexico scout.
Yeah.
And even then, y'all were still a year, maybe 2 years out from a college scout attending a game. Like, you just have to remember that, like, they're at this point, they're playing for love of the game, and you're going to do more harm than good.
Got you. We talked about how hard it is for you guys. You know what I mean? Going to school, doing college, playing soccer and everything like that. Ariana, girl, are you ever home?
I've been enjoying these past few weeks at home.
Okay.
Since there isn't traveling, but
Yeah.
come August 1st, the switch flips, and
Yeah.
Soren has conditioning camp. The girls will probably start 2-a-days again, just to get ready for the season to start back up. And then I think the first weekend of August is a tournament.
Right.
Second weekend, I have to check. I don't remember the second weekend, but I know the third weekend we go to Oklahoma, and then Labor Day weekend they're in Colorado.
Well, because, mom and dad are running a business, right? And then you guys are having to constantly travel. Ariana, we talked about how the girls keep it all juggling afloat and they have each other to lean on, and, but this is just, we're enjoying our memories. What about you, though?
So that's where me and
Yeah.
Dominic had to come to a decision that I just couldn't work.
Okay.
Because I drive everyone, because he goes to work right now 7:30 in the morning, and he won't get home till around 9:00 at night, depending on what's going on at the fields.
Right.
And that's the entire summer. And then when the school year starts, he'll help with what he can during the day, but they're in school during the day. There's not much to help with. And then at about 2:30, he's at the building getting things ready for after school. And then again, he's there training. If he's not training, he's at the fields, and he's not home till 9 or 10 o'clock at night.
Right.
So there's no time for him to drive anyone anywhere.
Right.
Which is why we went ahead and Soren will play in Dallas this year so that I'm in one direction.
Oh, okay.
About a year ago, we were going north and south.
Yeah,
he was in Austin, she was in Dallas, and it just was not, it was killing me.
Yeah.
And then the little one has flag football, and I have to think, like, Dominic's parents, my parents, my sister, Dominic's parents help with driving the kids out of town if we're all split, and then my sister, my family helps with getting the other ones to in-town practices.
Gotcha.
So
it takes a village.
Yeah, it's a lot of us. And then Angel. Angel will keep Avi, or she has it ready for us if we need
Have I met Angel? Do I know Angel?
I don't think so.
Is that the one that you guys were saying that flies off at the mouth? Or
Don't put that in there. I'll get in trouble.
Are you
That can't be known.
She just speaks her mind.
Who's
like
Angel?
any of us.
Who's Angel? Your mother?
Yes.
Is she Puerto Rican?
No, she's Mexican.
She's the Mexican.
Yeah.
So your dad's Puerto Rican.
Yes.
She's very straightforward. We love her for it.
I was gonna say the Puerto Ricans, we all fly off at the mouth, girl. Okay, so I'm Puerto Rican too. And then my friends tell me all the time that I'm rude. But anyway,
it's the Oak Cliff in her.
Yeah,
That's
you
all
guys
it
are from
is.
Oak Cliff too. That's
It
right.
is.
Yeah, I've heard of Oak Cliff. So, as far as the sport goes, right? You guys obviously are held to a high regard in terms of like your positions and goalie.
I'm an outside back.
Outside back, okay.
Yes.
But
Defense.
okay, I'm still learning the defense in time. You know what I mean? Like, I know sometimes the bigger people are the defenders, and I'm like, all right, that makes sense.
Oh, she's fast.
No,
Yeah.
she's fast.
So, how do you guys maintain good sportsmanship though? Because surely, I mean, we talked about earlier, it does get intense, and regardless of whether or not somebody's there to scout you guys or anything like that, you guys are still held at higher bars. Like even you said, at university, the teachers hold you to a really high, standard. How do you guys maintain good sportsmanship and then rub that off on your peers as well?
Honestly, I think it's my parents, the way that they brought me up, honestly.
Yeah.
I think that played a big part in it. Yeah. Because every day I hear from them, like, no matter what, always be positive.
Yeah.
Always stay yourself and don't let anyone change your path.
Sure.
So I think that helped me really stay positive and keeping everyone's mind up and make sure anyone is being thrown out the game.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that really, my parents play a big part in that.
And for Avi?
No, I think it's the same.
Yeah.
I think our team, I don't think anyone's really like that to where they'd be like, oh, I'm not going to shake your hand. Like, no.
Okay, got you.
Like, I think our team's just, like, so well-connected and so level-headed that it's just there. Like, everyone just kind of rubs off positively on each other.
Do you think it'll be the same? I mean, when you guys move away and stuff like that, do you think that you're going to have to foster that again? Or do you hope that it's going to just maintain and exist?
I just hope it still maintains and exists just because, like, whenever you go into looking for colleges, you want to know the community you're going into.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things, like, one of the big questions you ask the college, like why you go and visit so much, just so you can get the feel of it. So, like, you're going into there already kind of knowing.
Okay, got you.
How it is.
Yeah.
Got you. Ariana, you're about to send your girl out to college, girl. Yeah.
She's going to cry.
I'm not going to cry. I'm never done that.
Ariana doesn't cry,
My
okay?
dad's gonna cry.
She'll
Yeah.
be tears
Yeah.
crying.
No, my mom doesn't cry. My dad cries.
My initial plan was, I'm just going to go up there all the time. And then I was like, no, I have to, I have other kids I have to focus on.
Sure.
Soren's now going through the process. And Myas has taken his own path, which is not soccer at all.
Amyas is your nerd kid, right? Like, isn't he your little gamer?
Yeah, he thinks he's a gamer. I don't think he's very successful at it. First, he has to be good at the game.
He's not sports. Yeah.
He just likes different things. He likes graphic design.
Oh, see, there you go. Boom.
Yeah, and coding and those kinds of things. And so he's taken his own path, and
Right.
I feel like it's time for me to pour more into him.
Okay.
Because it's always been all about soccer. He also played soccer because we require our kids to stay active.
Oh, sure.
Just to stay fit, and just for him, he needs that social interaction. Social skills are lacking with that one. That's all I can say. We love him, but you've had conversations with him. He needs that social interaction.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So I feel like people, when he plays, they're kind of like, why are you putting him in? He doesn't want it. But there are other things behind it, not just that it's soccer. This year we told him he didn't have to play soccer, but he would have to work out.
Okay. which is fair.
to do something active.
Right, we got to stay in shape.
And so
girl.
now we just want to pour into the boys
Okay.
a little more. We will still visit her, and we'll take them on the trips because they'll want to
Sure.
see her. But
Do you feel nervous about sending Avi off?
I have family up there.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, girl, it's not just driving to Dallas. Like,
no,
it's
I
giving
have family
Chicago.
up there.
Okay.
And then where a lot of her games are up in like New England area.
Yeah.
I have an older sister that lives up there as
Oh,
well.
okay. So you'll be within family, amongst
Yeah.
family. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you're prepared.
Yeah, I think I'm prepared. We'll see.
Yeah, I got you. Do you guys think that the hard work that you guys have put into, being in your positions, playing for the Mexico national team and playing for the team that you're on and then going off to Chicago and everything like that, do you guys think that your hard work has been undermined by a lot of the people that maybe you go to school with, for that matter? Do you think that people think that it was just, they look like they had it easy? You know what I mean? Do people realize the hard work that you're putting into it? Do you feel?
Well, a lot of my friends at school, they're all in sports, so they kind of understand that. I do have one friend. He thinks he's amazing, so sometimes I have to humble him.
Oh, good. Yeah, you have to have those. Yes.
Well, he's going to Baylor too, so I'm like,
Oh, girl.
gosh,
Okay, yeah.
I know which friend you're talking about.
You can
Bro,
give him a
when
shout out if you want to.
oh no,
He doesn't need that.
He
He
shit.
doesn't
does.
shout out.
He is perfectly fine on his own.
No, I don't want him messaging me talking about coming on the public fair. Like, okay.
No, but
Yeah.
he's
That's been all day today.
Oh,
Okay, yes.
like, it's bad. It's terrible.
Yeah. I guess, is it anything that you guys ever think about though? Like,
Not really.
Yeah.
I think we just play our game, do
Just
what
focus.
we do, go about our day.
do y'all feel like you missed out on anything? I mean, with as busy as you guys are, I know you mentioned that when you go to Tessa's house and stuff like that, you guys like to go to the movies, you want to go shopping, whatever the case is. But do you guys think that you're missing out on anything as teenagers, or would you do it all over again?
I think I'll do it over again just because, like, I love our team.
Yeah.
And, like, our team's just kind of so close-knit
Yeah.
that even if we are missing something at school, we're still with, like, some of our best friends. Like, this summer, I think I've spent a majority of my summer with my team.
Yeah.
Like, my team are, like, my best friends now.
I got you.
Honestly, I wouldn't do it all over. I have missed a lot of stuff
Yeah.
that I wish I didn't miss,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't change anything that's
Okay.
happened in my life.
Do you, as a parent, Ariana, do you think that? Because I will beg to differ. I don't think I think what you guys do with your kids is phenomenal. I think that requiring them to stay active, I think that's something that all parents should practice. Honestly, I wish my dad would have gotten off the couch. I would have grown up overweight. Love my dad, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean. Do you think sometimes you think to yourself you might be pushing them too hard, or is there?
I think they've missed a lot. You both have. I don't want to say missed. I think they sacrificed, right?
Okay.
There's always a sacrifice to get where you want what you want.
Absolutely.
And I don't think a lot of people understand that part of it. They just think my kid's equally as great. We can just go up there and do the same thing, but we choose not. But it's not that easy, especially when you look at girls
Sure.
that are so social.
Sure.
I did talk to one of my best friends, Amy. Shout out to Amy. Ami, my bad. Shout out to Ami. I did tell her one of my biggest regrets and a piece of advice I give to all parents is celebrate their achievements. Because when Avi started this journey, our goal was, can you play at a higher level in Dallas?
Okay.
And she made the higher level, and we had no clue national team was attainable, right?
Right.
It wasn't even on our list. But then when we found out it was attainable, instead of celebrating where Avi was, like, she made this new team. She, she's now ECNL. She's made a team. Instead of celebrating, hey, you're now on this ECNL team, we were like, okay, you need to work harder because this is the next step.
Got you.
And I think as a parent, I wish we would have celebrated each achievement, each milestone, instead of being like, hey, now this is what you need. Like, stop, recognize where she's at, and then keep going. I don't think we did that enough.
Okay. Yeah, I got you there. And I like the term that you use, sacrifice. That they didn't miss anything. They sacrificed a lot. And you do have to sacrifice a lot for your dreams and to get to the top. Leading into the next thing, what is next for you ladies? I mean, obviously we got high school. I mean, I know we're not thinking about careers, but are we thinking about careers? Like, do you guys know what you want to do going forward, or
Yes.
is it all soccer?
Well, honestly, my major for A&M, I'm just gonna do business management.
Oh, sweet.
But once my soccer career is over, I'm going to go back to school to become an anesthesiologist assistant.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
Or just become an anesthesiologist. Why the assistant? Hello.
Because it's less school and they still make more money than doctors and nurses and stuff.
I got you. And Ariana?
I think so. I'm going to school study like kinesiology and going to physical therapy. So like even if my soccer journey does end in like after college, I'm still working with athletes and still like in the athletic
Sure.
Just because like I enjoy it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And you're your father's daughter. Hello. You know what, ladies? I'm so happy that we got to have you guys onto the podcast. You know what I mean? I want to wish you both the best of luck. But Ariana, is there anything that you can leave us with going forward? I mean, you gave us some pretty good advice, especially for parents with kids in sports.
I don't know. Just remember their kids.
Yeah.
Let them have fun for as long as they can, because our journey, I feel like, came to, like, we blinked and all of a sudden she's a senior.
Yeesh.
They're seniors, because Tessa was still a baby when we started this, and they were doing goofy things in Vegas on trips, and you think you have more time to watch them grow, and then we're here, and she'll be driving herself up to practice this year. So those 2-hour trips where she talked my head off about people I didn't even know, I think I definitely took for granted.
Yeah.
Because those trips will be gone.
I got you.
So, I mean, I would, again, and celebrate their achievements as they come.
Well, I just want to use this opportunity, again, for you ladies to keep your head up, keep your spirits high. Tessa, this is our first time meeting, but yeah, you're very poised, and you are, and you're very well, very well spoken, very well mannered. I can say to your parents, if I ever have the pleasure of meeting them, I think they raised a really, really successful young lady. Very talented, beautiful young lady, and I wish nothing but the best for you. I've been very close with your parents for years since I started the public affair, and I think the world of Dominic. I think highly of him. Of course, your mother as well. You know what I mean? And I just big up to you guys, honestly, for everything. I always see the hard work that you put in behind your kids. And I wouldn't let anybody take that from you guys, honestly. I can sit here and say that Ariana and Dominic don't play no games. And you guys are raising really, really phenomenal kids. So big kudos to you guys. I just wanted to use this opportunity. Because you're sitting here and we get to say that, right? Because I've only said your name on 200 and something episodes of The Public Affair and you're finally here. So, well, ladies, thank you guys again so much. Good luck to you guys and all your school and everything like that, and the soccer, of course, to Ariana. When you ship off, we'll have a party. I'll tell you what, we'll have a party. Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be a summer party. She turns 18
and
and
graduates.
Okay, well, I'm invited. I'm inviting myself. I'll host.
You have to go up to Dallas for Tessa's too.
Yep.
Yes.
Girl, if you guys are making arroz con gandules and pernil, I'm there.
If you think we do it big, Angel does it bigger.
My quinta had over 500
it was
people.
Massive. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and there were like 3 open bars.
Yes.
Girl.
It was amazing.
Each corner of the room.
Don't put me in the open bar,
tacos
please.
like later at night.
Even at Avi's quince, I did not drink. I was very professional. Okay, I did. I was very professional at the quinceañera. But anyway.
Yeah, hers like 3 times the size.
Okay, I'm inviting myself to that too. You got to tell them that guy from the public affair, he's coming. All right, yes. Okay. Listen to everybody that tuned into this episode. Thank you guys again so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Tessa and Avi. Thank you, ladies, so much for coming on to the podcast. I truly appreciate it. And of course, we got a special visit from Ariana as well. Ariana needs to have her own episode. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have you, right? We're gonna have you, and we'll talk about it. Okay, we'll have some drinks over. Right? Now, before we go, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Soko Soccer Academy with Dominic and Ariana Gutierrez. They offer team, small group, and individual skills training. And Soko Kids is now open, offering some of the best childcare in Central Texas as well. Make sure you guys hit them up on their Facebook page at Soko Soccer Academy. Call them on the screen for more information. Keep your kids active. Keep them social. School is coming up. We're gonna after school programs. Are we doing that?
Yep, we're picking up from a lot of schools.
Oh yeah, they pick your kids up so that way you guys don't have to leave work. Make sure you guys hit them up. Of course, I want to give a huge shout out to the Soko soccer teams, coached by my bro, Coach Mara Maldonado, that I sponsor. Thank you so much for letting me do so. To you and those kids, they're phenomenal kids. I love those kids. Love those kids so much, and their parents are so great. To all of you guys, thank you so much for all your support for me. I truly appreciate it. Of course, to Jeff Davis with it's weird because she's sitting right there. To Jeff Davis with the Texas Car Plug at University Mazda Kia. Hit him up to get the best deal in a brand new or pre-owned vehicle. No credit, bad credit, girls. Especially for people like you guys that probably don't have no credit, right? Go hit up my boy Jeff Davis. He's gonna get you in a car, all right? It'll make it to Dallas and back, all right? You'll have you rolling off the lot with something fresh. Call now with the number on the screen and get it with him ASAP. To Jeff Davis, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Sid Rodriguez, he's got me looking fresh. You see the fresh cut, the fresh fade? That was him. Sid Rodriguez at Elite Barbershop, located on Hewitt Drive. Don't look at me like I don't have no hair. Stop this. Call it on the screen. Download the Squire app as well. You can walk in or welcome as well. Here's Marcus Guerrero, Chris Reyes, Santos Cordova, David Rodriguez, Isaac Chavez, Kim Fletcher, Isai Reyes, Sam Ceballos, and of course, Kyle Berry. Over you look at snatches I have for more than 209 episodes of The Public Affair to Elite Barbershop. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Fat Boy Michelada Botana, Junior Banda, who provides the best Michelada Botana plates for yourself or for a party, offering the best aguachile. Oh my goodness, aguachile, ceviche, chamoy candy, hot Cheeto. Don't we love bandas? We love Fat Boy. The aguachiles are everything. I want to roll around in aguachiles. I love them so much. They're so delicious, all right? And the chamoy candies, everything is too. Listen, make sure you guys get the best, not the rest. Call them to book for an event, or if you ask nicely, he'll deliver to you, to Junior Banda. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, to my girl, Ana Limones, for Hummingbird Party Backdrops and Decor. Call for all party decor, including beautiful balloon props, giving you extra for your party or event with a number of wooden backdrops and so much more. Call the number on the screen now, Se Habla Español, to Hummingbird Party Backdrops and Decor. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode. To all of you guys that watch, I've got more of The Public Affair on the way. My girl, Ariana, was here. We got Tessa, we got Avi, Queens in the making. Make sure you guys keep your eye out for them because they're going to be all over our TV sets. I'm old. Oh my God, I'm old. Stop this. and don't forget always to keep it between us. That's it. Hey guys, welcome back to this exciting episode of The Public Affair with my very special guests, Tessa and Avi. It's Tessa. It's Tessa.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.